Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, Earthlings, wherever you may be on planet Earth. I'll tell you where I am on planet Earth. I'm stuffing my face in local Chinese buffet. Eat as much as you like. Say hello to my grilled prawns. Eat as much as you like. Smoked salmon, fresh prawns. They've just cooked these for me. Duck, steak, absolutely anything. Do you want to be in it, Graham?
No, I'm definitely.
So, to continue my review of The Crown, we have just watched episode 7. I was actually going to say it's a bit like Blackadder, it started badly, tailed off towards the middle, and the least said about the end the better. But I got to episode 7, this is just my opinion, I thought it was boring as shit. It really has felt like in the good old days when I was in the Nick. I've been arrested by the police for something, I'm sitting there all day long waiting for my lawyer. It's felt like that, it's felt like prison. And I've paid loads of money for The Crown. It's so boring. They normally have like the occasional what's the Prime Minister been up to. They haven't had any of that. They even covered part of the Romanovs, the Russian royal family that were murdered, and they turned that story into the most boring episode ever. They did a big episode on Al Fayed. If I wanted to know about Mohammed Al Fayed and Harrods and that, I'd buy a book on it, or I'd watch a programme on that. I don't want to watch all that. Episode 7 has picked up, I must admit. Martin Bashir has entered the show. A lot of it, in my opinion, is bullshit, but at least it's interesting and it's got a storyline. And what I would say, and anyone out there who hears my review, you'll probably love it because I've done it down so your expectations are not going to be that high for it. I would say that episodes 1 to 6, if they had got a live webcam filming the front of Buckingham Palace and put lift music over it, it would have been more interesting. Honestly. It's been painful to watch episodes 1 to 6. They did cover the Camilla Gate tapes, and I actually think they did Charles proud. They did it very sensitively. They bigged him up. They did a lot about the Prince's Youth Trust. He came across as very human, but he equally came across as incredibly boring. I think the most interesting character so far, up until episode 7, was Camilla. Imelda's great. Leslie Manville, I love her in anything, but she's not Princess Margaret. I think the whole thing's a boring disaster. That is my summing up, but I still haven't finished it, so I've still got episodes 8, 9 and 10, and I think episode 8 is probably going to be the actual panorama interview. But inaccuracies all along. I mean, Diana in it introduced herself to Mohammed Al Fayed like, oh hello, my name's Diana. Fuck off. Everyone knew who she was. She'd been the Princess of Wales for about 11 years by that stage. Hello, my name's Diana. And he goes, oh hello, never heard of you before. I just thought, fuck off. That's just... So, I don't know. I might do another review. If you're inclined to watch it, watch it. I mean, everyone makes up their own mind, but I found it boring. What have you thought? I'll ask Graham, what have you thought? What do you think the highlights were? You don't want to be filmed because you've got a mouthful of something.
I'm eating at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it picked up quite well. I've learned that the reason that Al Fayed owns the Duke of Windsor's house is because his equerry came to work for him in the Ritz, and that was the nub of the whole episode.
Right. Oh, the guy called Sydney
Johnson or something.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's another thing, right? I need everybody's advice because my mum and dad always used to pronounce the word equerry as equerry. But throughout the show, how is it they pronounce it? They say it like dead weird, like a query or a quarry. And I think my mum and dad always said equerry. Why are they saying a quarry? Have you got an a quarry? Peter Townsend, he was the king's a quarry. Or it's some weird pronoun. Or have I misunderstood? Have my parents been mispronouncing it? Things like that. There's an
he came to kiss and kiss and make up with Margaret. It was James Bond, wasn't it?
Oh, Peter Townsend. I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't. So, just going to ask my other TV critic here. What did you think of it, Prawn? I thought it was bollocks. There you go. It's official from the prawn, who I'm now going to eat and spray Graham with prawn juice, prawn brain juice, which I always do when I come out. So we are having a lovely evening, and the kids are, well, they won't find out about this.
Cheers, darling.
Until they see it on YouTube. See you later. Or below.
And they don't even follow us.
I think you'll find they secretly do.